Hello again, folks, and welcome to Black Bear Outdoors and part 2 of our accuracy testing with the MCR. Now, if you missed our first video, we'll put a link up here so you can check it out. But basically what we did is we took an out-of-the-box MCR, put an optic on it, we had no customizations on it, took it out to the range, and looked at what kind of accuracy we could get. And it performed well up to standard. However, today we're going to step things up a little bit. Now, the changes made to the rifle are pretty much cosmetic, most of it. We have a Magpul fixed carbine stock on it and a BCM Mod 0 pistol grip. And we're still using our Vortex Optic Strike Eagle 126. And the major difference, though, is we do have a Hyperfire EDT designated marksman trigger installed. Now, I understand that's not going to do anything to the accuracy, but it may help me get rid of some of my bad habits to get a better performance out of it. In our previous video, our 55 grain ammo was the Remington Range Bucket ammo, which performed adequately but kind of mediocre. So today we're switching that up and we're exchanging that with Winchester White Box to see if we can get better results from that as well. The 62 grains we're going to be using is the same Federal American Eagle that we used in our previous video as well. So guys, we're going to keep using full metal jacket kind of range ammo because that's what most people use in their 5.56 rifles. Now, just before we head out to the range and see what happened, just a few little caveats. Remember guys, this is a sample of one. This is my rifle. And what my rifle likes might be different from what your rifle likes. So that means that you might get completely different results than we do. And if you do, let us know down below in the comments box. So guys, we know that the 62 grains favor a little bit to the right. So when we get to the range, we're going to do a quick baseline with the 55 grain Winchesters at 50 yards to see where they print. And we're not going to be too concerned about where the rounds print in relation to the bullseye. However, we are going to be looking at group sizes. After that, we'll go straight out to 100 yards with the 55s and 62s and see how they perform. Stay tuned. All right, folks, we have our Winchester White Box for the 55 grains. They're going to be the targets on the left. And our Federal 62 grains, same as we had in the last video, is going to be the targets on the right. The magazines that we're going to be using are these Cross Industries Crossmag pistol mags. They can snap apart, really easy to shoot off the bench with those. All right, guys, so let's see what we get. It looks like we saw some much better performance out of the Winchester White Box than we did out of the Remington. So yeah, guys, let's push it out to 100 yards and see how it goes. So no range day will be complete, guys, without ringing some steel. So we've got our 2/3 size IPSC target out at about 200 yards. So just for fun, let's get after it. So there you have it, folks. What an excellent shooting rifle. Considering it's an average shooter with bulk range ammo in the cold, wind and snow, I think it performed exceptionally well. Interesting point though is those Winchester 55s performed way better than the Remingtons did in our previous video. Now I find this quite strange because the range buckets used to be very, very accurate for me in all kinds of rifles up until the last bucket I bought, and it seems to perform pretty mediocre in the rifles we're testing it in. That might be a QC issue because they knew they were going under. Leave your comments down below what you think about that. So what else did we learn from our range trip? Guys, first thing we learned is it's very important that you pick the right ammo for your rifle and test it, because this is a sample of one, and just because it's working for me doesn't mean it'll work for you. Again, test the ammo that you're going to be using. The second thing we learned is that with a more powerful optic, a steadier shooter and some match ammo, you're probably going to be able to tighten up those groups even more. You'll notice in our next video, we're going to have our red dot back on our rifle. That'll be the Spark AR from Vortex. And because I'm going to predominantly shoot this with a red dot, we're going to start our practical accuracy testing in part 3. Guys, I know since we did our first video, there's a lot of you that's been asking about the 7.62 by 39's accuracy and if we do a test on it. Unfortunately, we do not have access to that. And if anybody does want to send us one, you can contact us via Facebook and we'll be happy to do the testing for you. Guys, thank you very much for watching our video. If you enjoyed our video or learned something new, please give us a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button and leave us a comment. That'll all be on the next screen if you're watching this on YouTube. We really need those to survive in this vast wasteland of YouTube as well. And according to them, most of our viewers are not subscribed yet, so get in there, guys. If you're watching this on Rumble, please hit that plus down below, and there should be a green subscribe button around the frame here somewhere. You guys stay safe, and we'll see you next time.